Today I will be discussing McDonald's multinational financial management case regarding both its international and US-based locations. Restaurants by country. Up until 2014, McDonald's has managed to operate a total of 36,258 store locations worldwide. In 2014, 60.42% of stores are known to be located outside of the US. This percentage was computed by taking the 21,908 stores located outside the U.S. and dividing it by the total number of stores. Over the past 5 years, the U.S. experienced a 2.6% increase in the number of stores. This was computed by taking the stores in 2014 minus the stores in 2009, divided by the stores in 2009. Listed above in the chart are the number of stores located only in Europe and the Asia-Pacific regions. Over the past 5 years, Europe has increased 15.77% in regards to its number of stores, which is 6% less than Asia-Pacific region increase of 21.88%. These calculations were computed by taking the current year of 2014 and subtracting it from the number of stores in 2009 and dividing that total by the number of stores in 2009. As shown in this slide, I have created a table illustrating McDonald's sales, operating income, and capital expenditures for its stores outside of the U.S. This company's stores outside of the U.S. account for a large portion of the three categories listed above. Sales generated outside of the U.S. were 68.47%, its operating income was 55.69%, and its expenditures took account for 71.51%. All these percentages were computed by dividing its individual totals in 2014 by the total stores including all regions. This next table shows McDonald's sales and capital expenditures broken down into separate regions. With regards to sales, Europe had the largest increase in sales of 2.31% over the past 2 years, whereas the other regions took upon a negative percentage change from 2012 to 2014. Europe also took the lead with the largest increase in capital expenditures of 3.84%. The US took the largest decrease with a negative 30.88 percentage change. Capital expenditures are business expenditures that are incurred to create future benefits. From the table, one can see that Europe was the only region who increased their business expenses in 2014 compared to those incurred in 2012. Foreign currency exposure. From the table listed above, McDonald's seems to have the most currency exposure with the euro-dollar. The exposure was significantly higher in 2013 with $7,302,000 and has decreased by approximately 32% to $4,949,000 in 2014. Among McDonald's existing and newly opened stores, sales per restaurant have been higher outside of the U.S. in Europe and the Asia-Pacific regions. Europe has been the region that has accumulated the larger portion of total sales nationally. Europe's sales of $7,808,000 account for 43% of all total sales. In 2013, Europe also had an increase of sales by 4%. The Big Mac Index has been published annually by The Economist since 1986. Using this index as a measure of purchasing power parity helps determine how undervalued or overvalued a currency is. The standardized Big Mac prices are computed by converting the average nationwide burger prices with the most latest exchange rate to US dollars. The theory of purchasing power parity gives us an idea that in the long run, exchange rates should gravitate towards equalization of an identical basket of goods and services. The reason behind using the Big Mac was due to this burger having identical ingredients across nationwide McDonald's restaurants. The problem with this index, however, is that it is based all around its raw ingredients. These ingredients do not necessarily originate from the same country the Big Mac is bought in, so the price does not reflect transportation costs for shipping the necessary ingredients, nor any additional tax costs, thus making this index a bit inaccurate. The chart listed above shows prices amongst various currencies. The vertical column of the chart shows how much each currency can buy and how much of that currency one can get for $1 US. The horizontal rows show the price of foreign currencies and how many US dollars one has to pay for that specific foreign currency. The bar graph below shows currencies in comparison to the US dollar. The currencies with the green bar indicate that those foreign currencies are overvalued and are therefore expected to depreciate against the US dollar. The red bar currencies are the complete opposite and are expected to appreciate against the US dollar due to their undervaluation of the local currency. So based on the Big Mac index, we can conclude that the Swiss franc and Australian dollar have been overvalued in recent years, whereas the British pound, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, euro, and Mexican peso have been undervalued.